Let's talk asikhulume ngatidawuri sesikhona ngusikhosana mina. Today I'm joined by usis Bev Anbev kahle kahle. Siswami kunjani kodwa?
Ngiyaphila.
How are you?
Ngiyaphila.
Yabona we're in the kitchen today. So anyhow, qhubeka siswami. No, actually before siqhubeka, I wanted to say thank you, the last time you remember sikhuluma ngendaba zomndeni, of our situations zethu la e-UK and everything else. But yabona manje, as we are already in the mud. In the mud you can either you pull yourself out or you stay in it. So wena uzwa ngani ngale ndaba sisiwami? Please.
So what timeline are we talking about?
Well, asiqale la wena where you're comfortable. Qala kuwe.
Well, I've been here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I've had friends about like, oh, I'm saving money. I want to build at home. I'm going to retire at home. And I'm thinking, you got kids.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you retire, your kids are still in school. So how are you going to retire when your kids are over here? Are you going to leave them here by themselves and wash your back in Africa? So some of these things, to be honest with you, let's be realistic. It's okay.
But hold on, this one. Let's go back a little bit. When you're saying Woody, how and it's I just want to understand a little bit more in depth exactly what was your day-to-day routine. Just to understand
okay, this is my life. I'll tell you this. My parents are in Canada. I'm over here. My sisters are in Canada, Egypt, and we are all doing different things, and we've come together for different projects and everything else. But we realized something along the way. We are never going to go back home full time and live there full time because we've got smaller kids. Like my kids are my eldest is in university. My next one from September next year will be in university.
So cool to see.
I will never remove my children out of UK to go to Zimbabwe and retire there because their grandparents are here, their cousins are here and everything else. So, and my life as well with my family, my immediate family, we are out of Zimbabwe. And if you look at it, we are progressing in our different countries without Zimbabwe there.
Siswami, can I ask you something? So since you've been here, what would you say to someone, Osekaya, someone, where you're from? I'm from Bulawayo, as you know. And sometimes
I was in Bulawayo for a long time. And I went to Filabusi. There was a college in Filabusi I went to. And I used to go to Teleka, Cholocho, Gwanda. I used to go to all the stock fellas around those areas.
Can I ask you something, Siswami?
Go ahead.
When you look at it from your experiences, mina as in Ndebele, you know me, I'm a Ndebele boy. So what was your experience? Sisi from Mutare. How did you feel? How? No, honestly, just be honest with me.
To be honest with you, when I first arrived, I was in a boarding school, and in my from Form 1 to Form 4, I was in Manicaland, and all my roommates in my boarding school, the boarding school I was at, in my room where I was, were 4, 8, 12, 16 of us. It was a dormitory. They were all Shona, so from Manicaland or Harare or Chipinge or Mashingo, Guero, wherever, but we're all Shonas. We had one Ndebele girl, but she could speak Shona. Then I went to Bulawayo. In my dormitory, it was on Ndebeles. And I was the only Shona girl. That was fun because I didn't understand them. And there used to be a girl who used to have nightmares. My first day, I will tell you this story, right? This girl I'll never forget it. And people who are watching this will know me from Filabusi. They will know this girl used to, they will know that she used to have nightmares. So, first day, first term, we went to, our parents put us in our dormitories. We were in the dormitory, and we had 4 beds, 1, 2, 3, 4. She was in the next bed across to me. I'll be facing her.
Yeah.
Then all I could hear is, my babo, yeah, cha.
What was that, John? What happened?
Apparently something was burning and I didn't know what she was saying. But when I woke up and sitting in my bed and she was screaming all these words, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Only to find out along the way, as time went on, that all these nightmares, it was her family all were burned down in
Oh,
her
she
house.
was having a
Yes.
nightmare.
It was a nightmare, something which was realistic
Oh,
happened to her.
Oh, yeah.
But it scared the shit out of me because I phoned my mom. My mom was in America at that time, and I was like, Mom, you need to come and get me out of here. The Ndebeles are fucking weird. But she was like, you need to put up and go to school and do what you need to do. And guess what? I enjoyed Blawayo. I met Freddy Guala for the first time in my life. I used to love his music.
Can I ask you one thing? When, as a person from a Shona perspective, when you look at us as Ndebeles, I don't know if you know the history of Ndebele.
I know the history.
So when how do you look at it from your own personal
Do you know how I look
perspective?
at things? I look at things at the current situation right now. Whatever happened before, it's got nothing to do with me and you and our relationship. Whatever happened then, if it's our ancestors, our parents, whatever, that's them. When I look at you and my brother, and I will never take history to come to the current situation. But at the end of the day, if we do that, we're never going to progress or move on.
But what do you mean about that? Do you understand what really happened?
I understand what happened. But it's not my position to correct or to put a different narrative to it. Whatever happened, it was that part where maybe it had to happen or whatever it was. I don't know, and I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't want to be involved. I can only be involved with you in the current. How you feel about me, how I feel about you. Anything else which happened back then with our ancestors and our parents, it's got nothing to do with me.
Ngiyakuzo and Bev. Yabona into kahle kahle what I was really trying to get to was this. It's one thing understanding, it's one thing knowing the history. So for example, in that history, for example, if we were to look back into it, what really happened is that there was a genocide which was really tailored to take out the Ndebele, but it never only
so you see, now that's a problem, because the moment you do that,
how is that a problem?
It's a problem in the sense that I was not there, and I can't speak for the people who were there. Whatever happened then, if you need more information, I think you need to talk to Mnangagwa, because he's Shona.
Not only that, he was actually in charge of the CIA. He was the boss
Then
of
you need to
CIO
talk to him
at the time. So when
My
all this
feelings-
was happening,
My feelings
so
is
actually,
my
no,
Ndebele brother.
you've got
I'm
a
a
good
Shona
point.
sister. We're family.
You got a good point, this one. But one thing the reason why I'm bringing it up, actually, I'm not saying good when and Bev, you have any digression of understanding. But all I was just trying to ukuthi ngizwe ngawe and Bev ukuthi do you realize ukuthi thina njengabantu besindebeleni how much this has affected us? And then
Do you know?
Mana, listen, let me finish.
Okay.
This is it's not something which is not only a Ndebele thing. Yes, it was actually effectively indaba yeGugurawunde was to decimate the Ndebeles and then dump them down and keep them quiet. In the English, they were there. They know exactly what was going on. But see, at the same realm, there's parts of it that are never spoken about. it's not only the Ndebele people that died during this period. Shona too, where bafa nabo, is not as much as the mass graves you see as how Tina. We look, the thing is not only just Shona, again, Kona Makalanga, Kona Mavenda, Kona all these other nations that suffered in this during this
Okay.
genocide.
Can I ask a question? Were you there when it was happening?
No.
Were you affected when it was happening?
No,
You personally. I'm not talking about the rest of your family, but you personally, were you affected when it was happening? So if you were not there and if you're not affected, this should be a narrative as friends that we should be having at all. But at the end of the day, the moment we do that, we are bringing hate amongst ourselves.
Not
Because we are
necessarily.
now taking our ancestral dissemblities to our own current situations, which by they don't even be, there should not even be a narrative at all. We came to a conclusion that we're one country. Right now, we're sitting together here as Shona and Ndebele. I'm Samanyika. I'm not even from Harare or whatever. I'm from Mutare. Whereby people don't even think about us. Samanyika, they don't even think about us.
I mean, this is why we break it down because I don't know.
So what you need to take out of this conversation?
Shona, there's different
Shonas. There's not only just Harare Shonas, there's Mutare Shonas, there's Mashungo Shonas, there's Buhera, there's Nyanga. We don't speak the same Shona. We might speak the same words, but they're not the same narrative.
But do you guys really have the same respect of everything else?
Of course. It all depends who you're talking to. I can't speak for the rest of the Zimbabwean people or how they will react to a certain situation. Some people still have the moments but they need to kill Ndebeles or they need to kill Shonas, whatever. Yeah. But the one thing which I can tell you is from my perspective, this got nothing to do with me. I grew up with this narrative that this is what happened between the two of us. But 3/4 of my friendship, even Brian has to tell you, even you yourself, the Ndebeles. My friends, my best friends, the people whom I hang with every day, the Ndebeles. Not because I went to school in Blawayo and everything else. That's not the situation. But with me, it's the people whom I'm dealing with, whom I am talking to, and the narrative goes from there.
Nyabonga, I respect you, Seswami, from the fact that you are saying it from an individual perspective, and I respect that. But I want to say it, Nami, from an individual perspective, now Seswami, now you need to be aware of something. Ukuthi qathela ukwazi kahle kahle ukuthi kwenzakalani. What really happened?
I understand that part.
I
understand that part, the depth of everything, how it took to some people, how it robbed some people of their lives and everything. I understand that part. But guess what? It happened. We can't change the narrative. We can't change history.
But not everyone.
But we can be better. We can be better.
Absolutely.
You are Ndebele, I'm Shona. And we are sitting together in my kitchen.
Yeah, bosses.
And we can be better.
And Bev, I want to say something to you on a personal level. Ngiyabonga umusa wakho, uthando lwakho, being honest, ukuthi uze la sikwazi ukukhuluma le ndaba. Ngoba le ndaba le is very sensitive, Siswami.
It's very sensitive. It pisses me off when most of the Ndebele bring it up to me. I was not there.
It's not directed to you, Siswami.
Okay, fine. Now this is the problem now. But at the end of the day, if you want me to do something which is from the hierarchy and I'm here at the bottom and I'm sitting on the grass, not even on the soil, on the grass, hey, my friend, you need to deal with people who are in the heavens up there, not me. I'm not Munangagwa, I'm not Mugabe, I'm not the comrades. It's a matter of what we can do as the next generation. How can we best move forward? We are not going to change the past. The past is always going to be there. It's how we take it going forward now. Do we want our kids to be hateful, resentful, and horrible to each other? Or can we say, it happened, and this is what it is, and we can move on from this? Oh, that's all I can say.
Yeah. Ngiyabonga umusa wako, Auntie Bev, uthando lwakho, your insight. It's very insightful, and thank you for being honest.